This man found a math error in someone's code, drained $53 million in a single afternoon, and spent it on Pokemon cards. His name is Jonathan Spalletta, 36 years old. Rockville, Maryland. No criminal record, no history of hacking, nobody you'd look at twice. Just a regular guy sitting at a computer who found a hole in someone else's code and decided to climb through it. The exchange was called Uranium Finance, a decentralized platform on Binance Smart Chain. People deposited crypto into liquidity pools, and the platform handled the trading. Spalletta found a flaw in the code, a math error. The system was supposed to check balances using a value of 10,000, but the verification code used 1,000 squared, off by a factor of 100. That meant he could send a tiny amount in and pull a massive amount out. So he did. He drained 26 liquidity pools, every single one. $53.3 million. Gone in one attack. But here's the detail that makes this case unbearable. The development team already knew about the bug. They had a fix ready. It was scheduled to go live 2 hours later. He beat them by 2 hours. If the developers had pushed the fix that morning instead of that afternoon, $53 million would still be where it belonged. But they didn't, and Spalletta was ready. Uranium Finance shut down permanently. Immediately, there was nothing left to run. Every user who had money in those pools lost everything. No insurance, no recovery fund, no refund. And then, Jonathan Spalletta went shopping. He spent $2 million on Magic the Gathering cards, including a Black Lotus, one of the rarest cards ever printed, worth about $500,000 alone. He bought 18 sealed alpha booster packs, over $1 million in Pokemon cards, first edition sets. He bought ancient Roman coins, including an Ide Mar coin commemorating the assassination of Julius Caesar, over $600,000 in rare coins. And then, the purchase that makes this story impossible to forget. He bought a piece of fabric from the Wright brothers' original airplane that was later carried to the moon on Apollo 11. $137,000 for a piece of cloth that went to space, Pokemon cards, a Julius Caesar assassination coin, and a scrap of fabric that touched the surface of the moon. All paid for, with money stolen from regular people who thought their savings were safe. Here's the thing about crypto that most people don't understand. There's no bank to call, no fraud department, no way to reverse a transaction. The code is the law, and if the code has a bug, whoever finds it first controls the money. Spalletta didn't hack a server. He didn't guess a password. He read the source code, found a math error, and clicked send. And the money was gone. No FDIC insurance, no chargeback, no hotline. Just an empty wallet and a transaction hash on a public blockchain that proves they were robbed. But wait, it gets worse. This wasn't even his first hack. On the same platform, 3 weeks before the big one, he hit Uranium Finance with a different exploit. Stole $1.4 million. The team found out, and instead of calling the police, they tried to negotiate. They offered him a deal. Return the money and keep a cut as a bug bounty, like he was doing them a favor. Spalletta took the deal, gave most of the money back, kept $386,000, and everyone moved on. 3 weeks later, he came back. Same platform, different bug. But this time, he didn't negotiate. He drained every single pool and took everything. The platform that treated him like a security researcher instead of a thief, he destroyed it completely. While the people he robbed were watching their savings disappear, he was bidding on a coin minted to celebrate the murder of Julius Caesar, while Uranium Finance users were posting in forums, begging for answers. He was unwrapping sealed Pokemon packs worth more than most people's houses. He also needed to hide where the money came from. Over 2.5 years, he funneled $26 million through Tornado Cash, a crypto mixing service that the U.S. Treasury had already sanctioned. The government had already said, using this tool is illegal. He used it anyway. $26 million through it. He built a maze designed to make the money untraceable. And for almost 4 years, it worked. He even bragged about it. Court documents show he messaged someone 2 weeks after the hack and said, "I did a crypto heist of 1.5 million a couple weeks ago." Then he said something that tells you everything about how he saw this. Crypto is all fake internet money anyway. Fake internet money. That's what $53 million meant to him. A game, a puzzle. Except it wasn't fake to the people who lost it. On February 24, 2025, federal agents showed up at his door with a search warrant. They seized $31 million in cryptocurrency from his wallets. They took the Black Lotus. They took the Pokemon cards. They took the Roman coins. They took the moon fabric. Every piece of his $53 million collection, bagged and tagged as evidence. On March 31st, 2026, the indictment was unsealed. Jonathan Spalletta was charged with computer fraud and money laundering. He faces up to 30 years in federal prison, 10 for computer fraud, 20 for money laundering. The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York said it plain. Stealing from a crypto exchange is stealing. The claim that crypto is different does not change that. For the victims, there is nothing different about having your money taken. He also said, Spalletta cost actual victims tens of millions of dollars in actual losses, and now he's under arrest. Actual victims, actual losses, and a very actual arrest. But here's the question this case leaves behind. How did one person, with no criminal history, drain $53 million from a platform and nobody noticed? For 4 years, the blockchain is public. Every transaction is recorded. The money moved through sanctioned services. And yet, 4 years of spending, 4 years of collecting, 4 years of living off stolen money, while the people he robbed got nothing. 31 million recovered. 20 million still missing. Nobody knows where it went. And this is Jonathan Spalletta, a man who found a math error, drained $53 million, bought Pokemon cards, Roman coins, and a piece of fabric that went to the moon, called it all fake internet money, and is now facing 30 years in a very real federal prison. He's out on bail right now, living in Maryland, waiting for trial, walking past the same neighbors, driving the same streets, eating at the same restaurants, free for now. But the people he robbed, they're still waiting too, waiting for their money, waiting for answers, waiting for a system that was supposed to be trustless, to give them back what they trusted it with. And the 20 million that's still missing, nobody knows where it is. $20 million, unaccounted for, somewhere in the maze of wallets and mixers that Spalletta built to hide what he stole. If you want to follow cases like this, subscribe. New case every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at Reckoning Files. The Reckoning Files.